Welcome back to Sonic Battle, and after that disastrous commentary with Tails, hopefully things pick up a bit as we start Rouge's campaign.
Oh, come on, I thought the Tails campaign was fun for what it was worth.
Oh, in the past.
An ancient weapon, Gizwood. Actually, Matt, you can read this.
Which was sealed in this place 50 years ago, has been recovered by Eggman. You can get all the necessary blah 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 at the Central Lab. You may have free access to the Central Lab with this pass. We're counting on you, Rouge. The safety of the nation is in your hands.
Yes, Mr. President. By the way, don't forget about my reward.
And then there was radio silence.
Okay, now that I have official approval from my boss, I can access the government computer system and gather all kinds of information on various treasures.
That's not the job.
Let's see. Information on unlocking the security system on that art gallery, or maybe should I look up the National Museum first? This is so exciting! I'm going to have all the information that allow me to gain access to all the treasures by the time I'm done here. Now, Mr. Computer, tell me everything.
Everything.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all?
Flash Mr. Computer from that one comic.
Oh, someone else is using this computer.
What? How can that be? Come on! This is a government computer system. No one should have access to it.
This is a government computer.
What?
Who else could be using it?
How could it be? How dare you? I'll find you.
Login username, Dr. Eggman.
Fucking knew it!
Of course it's goddamn Eggman.
Doctor?
Yes, he's a doctor.
Aha! I guess I've got my work cut out for me. Let's see where he's accessing the computer from.
Literally right behind the computer you're using right now.
Hey, that's just right around the corner.
James,
I guess I better
he's
go
in an
pay him a
internet
little
cafe, and she
visit.
turns around, and there he is in another booth.
He's literally at the local Starbucks.
No. It's like that scene from Spider-Man 3 where Peter looks across, sees Harry smiles, a car goes by, and he just disappears.
Yeah.
But no, I'm also just thinking real quick is that
Oh, here he is.
he's just here.
I was right. I need the 7 and the key in order to link with the Gizwoid to resurrect it.
You always need 7 chaos emeralds.
Dang it! Why'd I even toss that thing away? I mean, in hindsight, that was kind of a stupid move.
Yes, it was, Doctor.
Hey, Doctor. Long time no see.
Sorry, but I'm quite busy right now.
Huh. I'm sure you are, Doctor.
What are you babbling about?
You know, you're wanted by the government for questioning a certain item. About a certain item, excuse me.
I tossed that piece of junk at the beach already.
I was questioning the Nintendo Switch.
What? You threw it away?
The world's deadliest weapon? What a joke! That worthless thing can't even listen to basic instructions. I say swipe, wipe. It's probably making friends with the crabs right now.
Swipe. No swiper, no swipe.
I told you
crap.
I was no swiping.
You know, that already gives me a really, really bad image in my head for what kinds of robots he makes behind the scenes.
That's true.
Speaking of devil,
Bye.
did somebody say wipe?
What an ugly contraption. I mean, look at this thing. It's monochromatic.
You
Feelings.
shut your mouth! And
Alert.
he's powered by pieces of the Chaos Emeralds. From the emerald that I crushed because apparently I can do that.
What?
Why did
You
crush it in the
created
first place?
this.
And I programmed it to get... He's gonna get the other emeralds.
I was inspired to crush it using those hydraulic press episodes.
Also, I'm sorry, Hype. Can we talk for a second? How's he planning to get all 7 Chaos Emeralds if he already crushed one of them to create the robot to collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds?
Well, he's using the one so that he can be able to get the other 6. And I think the
Yeah, no.
logic behind...
Think of it why Thanos sent Loki in the first Avengers movie, even though he had 2 stones. He was willing to kind of sacrifice 2 stones so that he could get more.
Also, can I just say real quick, if he literally crushed one emerald just to put input into all his 5 robots, shouldn't his mugshot have a bloodied hand right now?
That's true.
As long as his hand can still strangle Rossetti, he's fine.
As I said, he was using a hydraulic press.
Or his butt.
Oh, jeez. There's something so funny. There's,
butt.
there's something so
Anyway.
funny about this fight happening.
But yeah,
behind
on
the
to
scenes.
Rouge's
Thank you.
gameplay. I will cover one thing. Like, you've probably seen it in a few other fights, the hover she does. That's her...
Bless you.
Bless you. That's her air action. When she jumps in the air... By the way, I love that kick. When Rouge jumps in the air, she automatically enters this hovering state, and you can cancel out of it by just pressing the jump button again. And as far as her attacks go, Rouge, I think, is a much more versatile fighter than Tails is. The only gimmick is that, like, sometimes, like, when an opponent's in the air, it can be a little bit tricky to combo with. But she definitely has more... Her specials have a lot more kill potential than, you know, Tails and, to a certain degree, Sonic's.
I kind of agree with you. I know when I played this game, I played as Rouge quite a lot, and I felt like it was because she was more versatile.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so real quick, because a lot of things happen in quick succession with that gameplay in the cutscene. She's like, "Oh my gosh, who else could be accessing this computer? It's a government computer." And I'm just like, "The government?
That doesn't count!
Maybe the government is using their government computer?"
Well, they probably meant, like, restricted access. This is.
Oh.
Yeah.
By the way,
Oh,
I just
darn.
I just checked. There's been an update. Yes, that whole report was kind of a lie. There's still in negotiations for Spider-Man in the MCU.
Okay. So it's not
Okay.
forever lost.
That's good.
Okay. Anyway.
It looks like I'll need the original. I'll let you go this time, but I won't take it so easy on you the next time I sent another robot to stop you.
Those were the easy ones.
Get in your way. That could be awfully complicated if the Doctor has already linked himself with the Gizoid first. I know he said that he tossed it onto the beach, but... Oh well. I'd better find out more about the Gizoid and use this pass. I can't let the Doctor take all the fun for himself. I mean, come on.
But yeah,
Yeah.
just to go a little bit into detail, this is the point in the game where you start to know a little bit more about the Gizoid in terms of what exactly it does, how exactly it works, and it's also this campaign where one of the more crucial parts of the story come into play, which, as you saw earlier, were the Chaos Emerald shards. At this point onwards, whenever we fight certain robots, they'll give us Emerald shards. And the thing is, if you're able to collect 3 of them at a time, I think, you can be able to fuse them to make whole new emeralds, and that's what you use to help, you know, level up the emerald.
Cool.
Ah, okay. Very interesting.
Continuing cycle
Continuing
causes overload, which is to
Overlord.
Experiment created by
Sorry.
Professor Jero. See, but okay, so basically it's sounding like apparently Emerald has access to a near infinitesimal amount of energy.
He's Shadow's
Basically.
creator.
I'll be right back. By the way.
Alright, I think I may have hit the jackpot. I'm not all that interested in anything besides jewelry,
You
but...
can't wear jewelry. You don't
This
have
is
earrings.
something else.
Rings.
If I can train the robot to become the
Necklaces.
ultimate robot thief,
Amulets.
all the jewelry in the world will be mine!
Pendants. Tiaras.
So, where can I find this thing?
Belly rings.
delivery of power. The output of
Logan,
its power.
you're aware that freaking smog exists, right?
Yeah.
It will only take orders from the one who initiate the contact.
That is fair.
This act is called establishing a link.
You're right. She could just be overordered.
Since this doctor still doesn't seem to have created a link with it, I'd better hurry to find it and make it mine. But if someone else finds it before me, it could get quite complicated.
And if the other two campaigns are pretty much enough proof, yeah, it does get complicated.
I see. So I can make it mine as long as I get permission from its master?
And this is basically where the ending of Tails' campaign
I better
takes
go
off.
find this Gizoid now.
Oh. Also, I will be right back. So sorry.
Okay, the
Okay.
doctor said that he
No
tossed the
worries.
Gizoid at the beach. I should head to Emerald Beach.
And that's where we head. That's pretty much where we head back to where Tails' plot ended.
Yep. Alright, going to the beach. Here we go.
Oh, finally. Show my power? Like this? I look like such a goat. Just like in one of my Japanese animes.
Devil damn it.
Ha.
Actually, I just realized, yeah, a lot of this dialogue is
That-
just repeated from Sonic's
There you
campaign,
are.
so I'll just leave it at that.
But yeah,
I
Yeah.
But yeah,
shall
just to-
not represent and become of all.
but I'll just say real quick, man, just to bring you up to speed. Basically, at this point, this portion of Rouge's campaign is technically a bit of a prologue. It basically shows, after Rouge saw all the information that she saw in the Gizoid, she went to go find Sonic, and this is right at the beginning of Sonic's campaign. And now
Okay.
we skip
Yep.
forward to today.
Sometime later.
Alright. He's finally given me permission to listen to my commands. Sorry. Now all I have to do is steal that robot. But those guys are always hanging around it. That'll make things a little difficult.
Yeah, it was almost a stupid idea to give access.
Hey,
to
Emerald, what's this?
But be careful. Maybe too much for you.
Too much. Too much.
Aha! There he is! Sonic!
Shoot, it's Amy.
And I get to hear Jordan's Amy impression.
Listen, Emerald, I'm not here. Just listen to whatever Amy has to say,
so long.
and be careful. Good luck.
Here I go again. Sonic? Huh? What is this thing?
That's Emerald.
Emerald?
It's his pet project. His baby.
Oh no.
Had to call this baby.
Baby? Sonic's?
No.
Well, yeah, it's sort of like that. Guys, my recording's picking up my vacuum. The vacuum.
Oh, Sonic! Oh my
It's fine.
gosh!
We can
Really?
take care of it, Nanny.
The timing
He's
of
already
when I
practicing for our little one!
Wow.
I wonder if this is a sign that we'll be married soon! I can't believe it! My dream is about to come true!
Yes, folks, this was before Amy got that much-needed character development.
Did you say something?
I should go look for Sonic. I'll see you later, okay?
Hello, I'm Amy. I'm your new mommy.
Mommy.
Oh, you want to play?
And then comes Rouge.
Somebody help
Finally,
me.
here's my chance. I can't take this seriously. Rouge, what a pleasant surprise. What little dirty deed are you up to now? Why, you little... I have a little business to take care of with that robot over there. Emerald, let's go.
Let's go. Eevee and Pikachu.
Hold it! Where do you think you're taking my baby? What? I think you better go get your ham examined, dear girl. Hey! You looking for a fight? Cause I'll put up
And
my
here-
dukes!
And here we have Jordy talking to herself.
Pretty much.
Yes, cause I am insane and I don't know what I'm doing!
Cat fight.
And it's
Stop
hot in
stepping
here.
on my lines, faker.
So
Guys,
yeah,
I'm so
we'll.
sorry. It really is picking it up.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Hey, it's up. Well, since I'm gonna have to be editing this shit anyway, I can always edit out all the dead space if need be. But
Yeah.
yeah. So we got our first major appearance by Amy in the fighting scene, and if it's not immediately obvious, she makes pretty liberal use of her hammer.
And
I guess you could say it's
Oh,
Welcome
hammer
back.
time.
Oh,
You just
stop.
mis-
You've heard him enough.
Logan, you just missed me arguing with myself.
I can imagine seeing these two characters.
Hey,
Yes.
there's a present.
Ooh.
Present.
Present.
Ow.
Aw. We
Man,
can't
I
open the
wasn't kidding.
present.
The hype wasn't kidding. That kick is disgusting.
Nuts.
It's really good.
Rouge Sabat?
So bad.
I actually read that as sorbet
Oh.
for some reason.
Sorbet?
And girl up.
Okay, here we go.
Skill points have increased by 2.
So yeah, after that little scuffle,
Well, shall we go, my darling Emerald?
Amy is ticked.
no kidding.
Hold on! My baby! Give it up, will you, you stupid girl?
That was hard to watch.
Sorry about that. Had to take the dog out.
And there goes the vacuum.
No problem.
Somebody please call the cops. I'm afraid.
We were just saying, hype, that you were right. That Rouge's roundhouse kick is nuts.
It is.
Welcome back, Hype. And we're off.
Oh, I can't do this anymore. Maybe I need to start working out again. Do some more
And they-
yoga.
And they do follow up on that
Oh, hey,
later.
Seely.
Oh man, where's Sonic? Amy! What happened? And where's Emerald?
I left you for 5 minutes.
I'm sorry. I couldn't protect him.
5 minutes.
He was kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Our baby was kidnapped by Rouge. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault.
Yes, it is.
I'll let Sonic know right away.
Thank you.
Well, to be fair, it was kind of Sonic's fault that now that Emerald actually will listen to Rouge's commands.
Yeah,
That's
that
true.
is true.
Anyway, we're back to the city.
Yep.
Now, on our way.
Amy.
Don't worry about her. She's tough for a little girl. Of course she'd never be able to take down an agent such as myself.
Until her campaign.
What about me?
Target locked.
Huh? What's your problem?
Initiating battle mode.
Amy.
Oh, come on. Give it up, will ya?
And then we fought.
As usual.
Alright.
Okay, so... Yeah, so this is basically, just, again, with Gamma, you just have to remind yourself, like, you know, what am I trying to say? Sorry, I got a little discombobulated with what Matt was talking about earlier.
Ouch.
It's okay.
Well, I know earlier we did fight Amy, and as I said, she does make liberal use out of her hammer. And then, of course, with Gamma here, again, if you defeat him, you also gotta leave the vicinity of this person immediately. Otherwise, you'll get hit by his self-destruction sequence.
Yeah, leave immediately. Stand as far away as possible while he's
Which Emerald
self-destructing.
failed to do.
Actually, you know what? I just realized I can actually talk about some of Rouge's specials. Her shot attack is basically what you see there. She pretty much kisses forth a little sphere of energy. I don't get it either.
She's basically doing her best Sonya Blade impression.
Right.
Guess so.
Her power attack, you've probably seen it a few times.
Where'd they go?
On the ground, she does...
Over there, take it.
They flew up to the heavens.
Anyway, like I was saying, like, that's her shot attack. Her power attack, as you saw, on the ground, she does that axe kick, which, again, is really useful for, like, bouncing off walls. When she does her power attack in the air, she does a little drilling motion, which you can actually, if you position it right, do some really nice combos. And her trap attack is that she'll summon this little bat-like inflatable, which actually can follow Rouge around when you have it out, and if you bump into it, it just, well, explodes.
Nice.
I think that was the
Pretty
one
good.
attack I didn't like from her for some reason, because it was
It's
just
really-
weird to me.
Whoa.
Oh!
Whoa.
Chaos.
What?
Look, that's not a spoiler.
Yeah, that's somewhat of a spoiler, but yeah.
Hey, at least we got a rare card.
Initiating battle.
Again?
Give it up, will you? Oh my god!
Initiating rehash content.
Screw you right in the bolt.
Nice save. Fought.
Come on! What did I ever do to you? That guard robo just looks a lot like Omega.
That was Omega.
Oh well, let's head to my
They're just
place
going
in
to
Night
reference that every
Babylon.
time he shows up.
Babylon. Why did I say
You know, well,
Babylon?
In all fairness,
Rouge-
I don't think Rouge never met Gamma. So
I was about to say.
Yeah, she never met Gamma. This was way before she debuted in the Sonic franchise.
So basically, now we could imitate Chaos's stance there for whatever reason.
Well, no, that wasn't his stance. It basically... Strength support basically just adds a little bit more oomph to your attacks.
Yeah.
So it's a power buff.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, who else but Chaos to give us such great power?
Who else but Chaos?
And that's... I will admit that is kind of one thing that kind of plays into the whole randomized factor of the skill cards. It does somewhat spoil a few things, like, for example,
Whoa.
the fact that Chaos is in this game.
And here we learned that Rouge owns her own nightclub.
Dang.
Phew! Here we are.
The city within a city.
Also, no joke, every time I see this place,
Speak
all
of
I
the
can-
devil!
Oh god.
I told you to forget about... What took you so long, Madame Rouge? How did you find this place?
I mean,
Just a
this
woman's
place
intuition,
is neon
I guess.
drenched. You have to be
Oh,
blind not to see
And
it.
does your intuition tell you that you better stay out of this?
Also, little lady, I do believe you're a minor, and minors aren't allowed in Rouge's, club.
Isn't Rouge like 17 though, or something?
Yeah, she's 1 year younger than adult age.
Also, Matt,
Just-
real quick,
yeah.
what did you say this place reminded you of?
All I could think of when looking at this place is the song, shit, what was it? Just basically Bowser's theme from Mario World.
the 3D
Oh,
World.
3D.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also, what a cruel twist of fate. Now Emerald is beating up Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, hello.
Yeah, because again, like, this is the point where,
Nice.
because Rouge established a link with Amy, now, I mean, since Rouge established a link with Emerald, now Emerald's gonna be helping us in fights.
Yeah.
That is true.
Technically, she already did beforehand. It's just that, well, at the
jeez.
time, he was
Whoa!
still under Amy's custody.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well-
another thing that Rouge can do is she can summon her own fake babies.
Yeah, that's what I was bringing up earlier when I was going over specials. And I did want to go back on that joke real quick where it's like, just call it woman's intuition. And then the fact that your name's in the title of this building.
And it's
And actually, to add on to Matt's joke of, you'd have to be blind and not see it. You mean blind as a bat?
I take offense to that.
Ha! You're so darn funny.
Oh, look at it.
I'll have you know that I am not blind. Legally, at least, I do have contacts.
I did it!
Oh, all the
She's
smoke.
one off. Too edgy.
You should know who you're dealing with here.
Amy, Amy.
Oh, geez, she died.
Okay, let's go inside. Now!
And inside you
Okay,
went.
and as we mourn the loss of Amy there, tune in next time when we conclude Rouge's campaign.
Die, Amy. Die, Amy.
And yeah, we conclude Amy's campaign and come to probably one of the few roadblocks that this game has to offer. At
Don't
least
you mean conclude
what it felt
Rouge's campaign?
Well, Rouge,
Part of it. Part of
whatever. The roadblock sucks. See you next part.
it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
As long as it wasn't as bad as last time.